Welcome to the Regal Eagle Report. I'm Lasia.
I'm Amishi, and we are your co-hosts.
We are Team 2869, a diverse and inclusive team located at Bethpage High School.
We are aiming for our podcast to be an outlet to interact with other teams and collaborate on varied ideas and thoughts.
We are so excited to introduce a brand new series where we'll be interviewing one team from each state.
Embark on our journey as we will be aiming to hit every state, reaching our goal of 50.
For this week's episode, we'll be interviewing Westside Boiler Invasion from Indiana.
So please introduce yourselves as well as your position on the team. We'll start first. So I'm Amishi, I'm a senior. My main job is to wire the robot. I've been doing this for 3 years now.
I'm Lasia, and I'm a junior, and I lead the podcast and help with operations.
I'll start off. My name's Ian. I'm also a senior, and I'm the president of the team and in charge of making the scouting system.
I'm David. I'm also a senior, and I am the outreach initiative head of the team.
I'm Terry. Also a senior, and I'm the head of technology on the team, and work with mostly into a lot.
So my name is Yale. I'm also a senior, and I am a programming sub-team member and was an OI sub-team member.
I'm Moses, and I'm the lead robot programmer for our team.
Perfect. Right, so we'll start with our questions. The first one is, how was your team founded? Like, what is its origin?
So our team was founded in 1999 by Flo. Could you repeat the question?
Like, how was your team founded? Like, its origin? Like the year, but like how? Like, who founded it?
So Flo was originally looking to create first teams in our area. So our team was founded by Flo in 1999.
Just to add on to that, when we said all of the team are looking to found a team in the area, although he started it at our local high school, it was actually for anybody in our county. So we had a lot of people from the other 4 high schools that also joined our team.
Got it.
Was there a story behind your team's name? And
Yeah, so it with the whole being a part of like a robotics team for the entire community, we wanted to get a name that kind of fit all of that. And so the things in common that everybody had were west side, like everybody was on the west side of Lafayette for the most part. And we're also really close to Purdue University. And everyone's got the Boilermakers made it the second part of our team name in Westside Boiler Invasion. So then we've just retained the team name throughout our 25-year history.
I like that. Our next question is, how many years were each of you part of FRC?
I've been a part of FRC for all 4 years of my high school.
I've also been part of FRC for 4 years of my high school.
I've only started FRC in sophomore year. I wasn't able to attend due to the coronavirus for my freshman year.
So I've only been in FRC for 2 years, and I already started my junior year.
I've been here for 4 years.
where is your school located? Are you guys in like a city, or are you guys kind of rural?
Okay, so our school is located in West Lafayette, Indiana. We're located in like just a college town, since Purdue is right there.
Oh yeah.
We're, I'd say, a lot more diverse than a lot of the other counties in Indiana, especially because of this big public school that's just right there. And our school is actually pretty small. We only have like 1,000 people. total, including our junior high, which combines our high schools. 7th and 8th grade is also with our 9 to 12.
And our graduating class this year is around 120. It's
We're a pretty small school, but definitely diverse from the Bardstown.
So like adding on to that, how many members are in your team?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many members are in your team?
So our team has been kind of growing over the course of the build season. So the number has been fluctuating, but I believe we have somewhere between 45 and 55 students that are active members.
So you guys mentioned that like your team is like a lot of high schools within your community, right? Or
So as over the course of the time, as our team grew, we got a lot of students from each of the high schools, and so they were actually able to break off and create their own teams. And so right now, 461 is only for West Lafayette Junior Senior High School, and other kids in the area who don't go to the school, but it's closer to them to go on our team than other teams.
got it. So like what are some ways you guys increase membership from like the underclassmen?
So typically every year after the season ends, we would have recruitment sessions where we would go to our school and just talk to them about on our team what we do and have them sign up to attend summer workshops. And then that's typically how they decide to join our team.
How does your team go about getting sponsors, whether that's like local businesses or big names?
So sometimes it would just be like one of the students' parents would come and sponsor the team in the name of their company. And then other times it would be us emailing other corporate sponsors asking if they would like to sponsor us.
Do you guys mind sharing some of the sponsors you guys have?
I don't know all of them off my head, but some of our popular ones are Stratasys, the company. There's also Caterpillar and Acronic. Yeah.
Our school is also one of our biggest sponsors. They not only give us like a lot of money, but they also provide the space that we're in right now, and as well as things like insurance and transportation.
So is the space you're in now part of your school, or is it like a facility outside of your school?
Building is the old middle school that Westside is building. So they built a new school, so now this school is just not really used anymore, so it's got access to it.
It's still part of school property where the school just not actively using it.
And what are some of your team's fundraising initiatives?
We have a wide range of different types of fundraisers we do. Sometimes it would be like a partnership with a restaurant we have, and it would just be like a walk-in fundraiser. It would be us like 3D printing small trinkets, and we would sell them within our school.
That's really cool.
And that wraps up about most things.
Yes. Another cool one that we do that a lot of people or a lot of other teams probably don't have the opportunity to do is we have a partnership with Purdue and specifically with the football games. And so we help run the seat back. So anytime you go to a Purdue home football game, you're able to get seat backs to kind of make your time in the bleachers a bit more comfortable. And so we're in charge of running the stands that sell those and setting them up and making sure that all of them are well maintained.
That is really fun.
Do you guys think like a lot of your funding comes from like your sponsors or like from these initiatives?
I'd say most of our team funding comes from our sponsors, and they just the amount of money they donate to us.
So now we'll come more like to the robot. So how has the robot evolved like over the years?
Well, the robot has followed the general trends within the first movie, such as the transition from quarter 20 robots to 1032 robots, and also from no bumpers to bumpers. And but other than that, we've been largely innovating ourselves. With last year's game though, many teams transitioned to serve drives, and we did follow suit with that.
How was your experience with Swerve Drive?
What was that?
Can you?
How was your experience with Storage Drive?
Okay.
Great.
Programming then has
Except programming.
Yeah, programming was not fun.
assembling serve drives and maintaining them is fairly simple.
Yeah.
You trade, it's great on the field, it's terrible in the shop, basically.
Totally. And besides Swerve Drive, are there any other new parts or like different things you guys have put on your robot, tried on your robot?
Yeah, we've been using more vision targeting on the robot. So with the April tags, we've been experimenting with automatically doing things like, for this year, scaling how much power we put into the shooter wheels. So it's from anywhere within the wing, things like that.
Yeah.
So like getting back to like outreach, is your team like affiliated with any FLL teams or FRC teams in your school district?
I think we host 12 FLL teams, is it?
I believe so, and
12
4 FTC teams.
4 FTC teams.
So I guess kind of touching back on a question you asked earlier, we do have a lot of fun or kind of team awareness throughout the school, but a lot of the people on our team actually come through our pipeline. So we have a lot of advertisements and such in the elementary school age, and then they join our 12 FLL teams. And then as they move up, they move into FTC during middle school, and then eventually into our high school team. And that's actually where a large number of students on our team come.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah. Do you guys mentor these teams or no?
Yes, we have the students that mentor both the FLL and FTC teams, and a lot of the mentors who are on our FTC or on our FRC team mentor the FTC teams too.
What are some of your major outreach initiatives, local or international?
So our biggest, it's hard to say what our biggest are, but I'd say the ones that are most popular are our annual ones that we do every year. One such is Purdue Minorities in Engineering. It's a summer program where we help build and partner with the minorities engineering program at Purdue and just help them run the program and mentor them wherever.
That's cool.
Do your outreach initiatives stay more locally, or do you guys do any international ones?
So after we've not really ventured into the international part yet. I don't think our team has the capability to do that.
Our next question is, okay, so we know your team received like chairmans. So what year did you win, and like what initiatives do you think really like pushed you guys to win such a big award?
So recently we've been consistently winning at least Impact District event these past 3 or 4 years. We won Impact State back in 2022, and 22. And then I'd say a unique factor that sets us apart from other teams is the large magnitude of outreach events we host every year, and our passion for helping our community.
That's just to give a number on that. If I remember correctly, we've done just about 100 outreach events since, I forget if it's either in the past 2 years or since 2020, but we do a large number of events each year.
Besides the like engineering day, is there anything else you guys think you want to share? Only if you guys want to.
Sure. So although I do the scouting system, I also spent a lot of time in my earlier years on the team with developing curricula for Girl Scouts. So our team helped with creating the actual Girl Scouts programming badge, merit badge, and so I helped with getting the curricula for our team and what we're going to be able to teach them. So we host several Girl Scout and Scouts of America camps throughout, generally the later spring, summer, and fall, and those are both ones that we host ourselves as well as events that are hosted elsewhere, like the University of Scouting at Purdue.
So we also know that you guys went to World Championships. What year did you guys go, and what did you guys like about it, dislike about it? How was your experience?
We went to Worlds last year, actually, and funnily enough, that was the first year that we had won an event. So, we had gone 23 competition years with not a single event win. And then last year we won our first district event, and then we won our second district event, and we almost won state. Almost. We were state finalists. So we had
Congratulations.
We had enough district points to qualify for Worlds, so we went. It was a lot of fun. We also did pretty well at Worlds, and ended up getting picked by the first seed alliance at the Galileo division. And then we won the Galileo division. So we got to play on Einstein's last year.
That's amazing.
No one was expecting that, especially after not having won, any events ever. But yeah, so it was great. Unique experience to say the least.
And what was everyone's favorite part about going to Worlds?
Mostly the energy. Every single team there, no matter FTC or FRC, everywhere where I went, everybody was excited.
That's so true.
I think at least what I enjoyed a lot was, being there in the crowd. It's like a lot of energy, and seeing us on that field definitely was a crazy feeling. And also, a lot of shenanigans that we did at the event and at the hotels. We were messing around a lot. It was super fun. A lot of stuff like that. It just made it a life-changing experience, I think.
I enjoyed. Traveling is always fun. I enjoy traveling to events. I liked seeing all the different teams at Worlds. You're used to the however many teams you have in the state, and you see them year after year. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to see new teams, and it was nice to sort of see how big FRC is. Like the World's venue is massive. There were just thousands.
Massive, yeah.
So that was cool.
I liked going around and seeing the different designs of the robots that the team had. There were some really cool things. There were a few FRC teams that were looking at doing Diffie Swerve, and it had it mostly figured out. And then there was actually, and there were, I believe, 2 or 3 FTC teams that actually had working differential swerve on their robot. It was really cool to.
What is Diffie Swerve?
Differential swerve. So regular swerve, the motors are separated. One is specified as a drive motor that spins the wheel.
Yeah.
And the other is the motor designated as a rotator to rotate. And you have usually 4 and then usually on the corners. And depending on the vectors of them, it allows your robot to become completely omnidirectional. But for Diffie Swerve, you have all the advantages and then more, as both of your motors do rotating and driving. So if you think about a differential in a car where you have 2 output axles and 1 input axle, it's slightly reversed. There's 2 input axles to 2 motors and 1 output axle to your. So Diffie Swerve, I think all the benefits and more, because both of your motors produce slightly different spin speeds. Motors and driving motor. So
Wait, we can't hear you.
Basically, you can use the different speeds of 2 motors to get both the drive of the motor and the rotation of the wheel, and use both of the motors simultaneously to do both at the same time.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can get twice the torque of a normal swerve drive, which you can then play around with the gearing in order to get different speed and torque.
Got it. Sorry. Okay. So what sparked interest in like each of you personally? You can go one by one.
All right. So I actually first joined our pipeline when I was in 8th grade. I saw a poster on school saying, "Hey, here's our kickoff. Come join, see what it's about." I went because I thought it was kind of interesting, and David also said that he was going to go, so I said, "Great." And when saw what it was about, I was like, "Yeah, it seems mildly interesting." But then after we got kickoff and things started rolling, it just drew me in, and I've stuck with it ever since.
Yeah, like Ian said, we basically decided to join it together. And then as I went through the FTC program, I really enjoyed it and decided to continue on.
So me personally, I did robotics as a small hobby, and when I learned that I can do it as an extracurricular, I was like, great, even better.
So I think it was like end sophomore year, closer to junior year, and because I had math classes with David. He kept talking to me about robotics. I was like, might as well give it a shot, try it out. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Nothing I've ever seen before, so we'll just keep doing it.
I was on an FLL team for 1 or 2 years, and then my FLL team disbanded. So I sort of wanted to keep doing robotics related stuff, and I saw that there was an FTC team in the area, which was one of the ones that we host. So from there, I did 1 year of FTC, and then I was a freshman, and I moved up to FRC, and that's where I've stayed for the last 4 years.
sorry. Have any of your alumni pursued careers in STEM, studied STEM like in college or university?
Yes. So I believe the current statistic is 99 point something. Numbers of our percent of our team alumni have gone into STEM, and I think we've had like one or two that went into business. But yeah, so we've had a lot of students go into STEM, and a lot of the students will do engineering or computer science. And a few of them have actually come back to mentor our team, or if they aren't here, they've gone on to mentor other teams as well.
Yes.
What majors are you guys considering? Sorry.
No, no worries.
Alright, well, I'm actually looking to major in computer science, and luckily I've conned colleges into thinking I'm smart enough to join, so looking to do that.
Then I'm planning to do engineering, mechanical engineering.
So I'm planning on majoring in aerospace engineering, and
Me too.
I am also planning to do computer science. It's not good to do that. Sciences are hard.
I would like to do computer engineering.
Nice. So those are all the questions from us, and now it's more like an open floor, and you can ask us any questions on our team.
I'd just like to ask, what got you guys into FRC, or just like in first in general? What got you guys started?
Okay.
You want to go
You
first?
go.
Okay.
No, you go.
Yeah. So I did FLL in middle school, and I worked a lot on like the project and like project side and all that. So when I went into high school, I was more interested in like outreach and operations. So that's what like I really love talking to other people, communicating with others. So this is like a great platform to do that.
So my freshman year, or our freshman year, we had a robotics team, but it was like virtual, so I did not know about it at all. And then sophomore year came around, and all of my friends had joined it. So I joined it too. I was like, why is everyone doing this? And I joined around like October, November, and there's this like off-season competition that our team does at like around Halloween time. And to me, it was like, I got to see like actual competition before even being in robotics at all. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was so amazed that like the students that I work with were gonna do this too in the coming months. And that kept me.
Any other questions?
What's something outreach related that you see that's really cool, whether it's something that you or another local team in your community's done, or something that you've seen or heard through this podcast?
One thing that we host is like a week zero event called Regal Eagle Rampage. It's like a practice event at our high school where we invite like teams from like the tri-state area, and this year we have like over 25 teams coming, and they just troubleshoot, we practice, we sell food, and it's like a way of us to collaborate with teams before our regionals, which are like in the middle of March. And this year we're actually extending it to like a week-long event with a local team at a church, so that more teams can sign up and more teams who weren't able to attend Rampage can attend. So yeah, I think that's our biggest one.
Yeah, as soon as kickoff starts, we have a lot of parents who are like skilled in carpentry, and so they follow the field directions and replicate the field from wood every year, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. And we live stream it, so you can watch it. Yeah. Any other questions?
On general consensus, I don't think we have any.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, so thank you guys so much for coming on, and good luck for build season.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Thank you.